My how-to book report is on this book. The name is Sushi and it is by Ryuichi Yoshi. My how-to book report is on how to make sushi. As you can see behind me is lots of stuff that you would need. Right now, so the first thing that you would do is you would have to get the rice ready. You would also have to have an adult with you. As you can see, the rice is boiling right there, right on the stove, which you are going to need to boil it before you can make sushi. You will also need seaweed wrapper to cover up, to do the outside of the seaweed as you see on these seaweeds. Sushi. And you would need a sushi board and some other ingredients for what you would want. Today I'm going to show some things, 2 decorations and 2 different types of sushi, which there's a lot more than that. But just so that we get some of the basics, that's all that I'm going to be doing today. Now let's form the rice that we were just cooking into sushi rice. As we have here is some of the rice that we were boiling on the stove, some vinegar, 1/4 vinegar, 1 and 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon salt. So first, you also need a big bowl. Then you would put the rice into the bowl. And then you would put the sugar into the vinegar. And then put the salt into the vinegar. And then mix the salt, sugar, and vinegar. Next, you would put the vinegar, which we have here with the salt and sugar in it, into the bowl with rice in it. And then you would mix it all together with a wooden spoon. Now we're actually going to be making the sushi. So now, we'll take the rice that you made and put it on some seaweed, which you can see here. Then, once you put the rice on, you get to choose your topping that you're going to put onto your sushi. You can choose whatever you want, but Japanese people usually will put on vegetables and fish. As you see right now, I have just finished putting on my rice. Then you will need a small water bowl, dip your finger into it, and rub the bottom of this. The water acts exactly like glue, and put it on the other side too. Do not put it on the sides because that would wreck the sushi. Then, once you are done with that, you would choose a topping to put on. As you see, I have chicken nuggets that I am putting on mine. Then you would need a bamboo rolling mat and to roll up your sushi. You would go like this, but make sure the top is always undone. So once I do it again, you can still see my top. I can unroll it. If your top went like this and you couldn't unroll it, that would be bad. You would have your bamboo rolling mat inside your sushi. Once you finish that, like I did here, I would wrap it around and then squish it to make sure that your sushi does not unravel itself. Once you do that, I am putting it down onto the cutting board, which then you would need an adult to help. With a sharp knife, an adult would cut that thing, the sushi. Now we're going to be making a little different kind of sushi. We were just making the rolls, so now we're making a type of pocket sushi. Now we are making iriyase sushi. So, first you would take something like this. You would have to go buy it. You would open it up as the pocket, which you can see here. And then you would take a spoon and fill it up with rice. Ta-da! And that would be how you make it. So once you stuff it, you would have to flatten it out and put it down. This dish right here was made by me with a little help from my dad with cutting. Now that you actually know how to make the sushi, I'm going to teach you how to make decorations. This is a little cucumber decoration that you can put in your sushi. As you can see, all that you will need is a cucumber and a knife. Cut a little piece off of your cucumber like this. And then you can set it like this and cut off the sides. So now let's go on. With this piece, you would cut off the sides so that you only have one side showing with the skin. And then you would cut little pieces here like this. And you would come out with this. Now let's move on to how you make it look like this. You would take your piece that you just made and peel these things apart. You should end up with an odd number. As you see here, I only had 5. You can do as many as you want of the odd number. Now it should turn out to look something like this, with just these little things. Now let's see how we make these. All that you would sort of do is bend these over and stick them down into the bottom, like that. Then do that, so 1, do it, skip 1, and then do it again. Skip 1, and then do it again. Once you get all the way through it, it should look something like these two. And that is how you would make a little cucumber decoration for your sushi.